Good morning, respected ma'am and my dear friends. First of all, I like to thank N.V.K.S.D. College of Education and also thank to Library Readers Forum Sheila ma'am for getting this wonderful opportunity, this present, this book review. Today I am going to review the book named Voice of Your Voice. It's written by Ruskin Ward. He has written many short stories and many writers, and he has been written for 60 years ago, and he has written more than 120 books. And his first novel, The Room on the Roof, and won an award in 1957. He has received many awards like Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. And this he was born in 1957. He was born in 1937, and he was born in 1937, and also he grew up in India, in many cities of India, and also he was grew up in many cities in India, and also he written many of the books. This book was published by Rajpa Publication in India Private Limited in 2021, and this book tells about the main reason that friendship, fun, and grow up. It shows exciting young goals of life like adventure, train, man eating panthers, and friendly leopards also. And also the boy escaping from the way of the street woman at the boarding school. And this stories really happen in the beautiful place hills of the North India. And in this book for both the child side adults, because this book more interesting book, and they also reminisce their old memories also. So they will read and enjoy it. Okay, let's move on to the story. The first is Romy and the wildfire. Romy was getting ready to go home and on his bicycle when he saw a smoke rising from the forest. And his friends told him it looked like a forest fire. Now here the road there was a strong wind and dry leaves fell down across the road. And his friend said, this leaves in the reason of that it was middle of May. It had not rained in the terrain in several months. So and the grass was brown, and I felt all leaves, tree leaves covered with dust. And even though it was going 6 o'clock, the boy starts a damp and sweat, and it getting darker soon in evening. And one of his friends, Prem asked to request to stay with him tonight because the evening is getting darker soon. The boy starts a damp and sweat. Prem asked to Romy to stay with him tonight, but Romy refused because Romy must want to go because his father was sick, so his father said some herbal medicines, so he must want to go home. And Prem told him, Romy, okay, hurry then because the fire was overspreading over here. It was far off. It will take 40 minutes to throw the forest road. And Romy said to Prem, bye Prem, see you tomorrow. And Romy leave that place. And Romy mounted his bicycle and pedaled down fast over the main village of the road, and scattering hens, dogs, and one stranger villagers. And one stranger village shouted to Romy, hey, look, where are you going? Do you think you own the road? And Romy casually said, yes, of course, I own the road. And cheerfully Romy cycled because the stranger While the stranger shouted the Romy leaping out of the way on oncoming bicycle. So it is the reason of the stranger shout to the Romy. And Romy cheerfully smiled and cycled but continued his ride. His own village lay out 7 miles distance from the other side of forest. But there was no primary school, and now he was in high secondary school. And Romy cycled on and Romy thinking about his father's health and father's conditions also. Romy cycled, and Romy's father who was a poorly wealthy sugarcane farmer, and his father bought his new cycle recently. And Romy did not even care about his school because Romy felt they were not enough to Romy's holidays. Romy's always want to vibe with his friends, and Romy's wanting more to enjoy it to his friends. And if the Romy stayed to his friend's prem, it's okay. But his father was sick, and so that's the only reason the Romy avoid to stay with his friends. Otherwise, no problem. And Romy started riding his bicycle, and he thinking about his father's health and father's condition, and thinking about his own life also, how to away from the forest road because the fire was spreading over here. And suddenly, suddenly he saw some animals from the forest because the fire was spreading over here and getting closer. So he saw so many animals like monkeys, deers, donkeys, and etc. And some bears flew in front of him suddenly, and he fell down, and his knees were hurt, and he never gave up. But he got up and riding continued with his ride. And later on the way, he met one small boy. The boy name is Teju. The Teju was also trying to go home, but also tried to go home with carrying the milk cans. And on the way, the Romy saw Teju and told him, come on and sit on my bicycle. And they went together to ride. And the smoke was become bigger and thinner, and the heat was becoming very stronger, and the fire was too close to back to him, and on the way. One small problem, sir. The branches of trees fell down the main road, and the Romy suddenly to change the plan and how to they escape from the road. And suddenly the thing, and they away from the little small bushes to escape from the small bush away. There was a small road outside, so they escaped to the small bushes of the road. And later, Romy and Teju almost safe, but there was some problems also because suddenly the elephant stood on the middle of the road. So that's the main problem. And after some time, the elephant moved away from the road and to join its herd. And the Romy and Teju moved so fast because the fire was getting closer, and also some doubles are on the way road. So the Teju and Romy go fast to far away. And also okay. And also the elephant. First two incidents is elephant, second incident is the fire, and third one incident is like what is in the bridge. They are almost getting to their bridge, but the bridge was on a fire. Bridge was on fire. And the Romy suddenly changed the next plan, how to cross the river. And the river was not at depth, but the current was strong. So the Romy decided to cross the river. the Teju was scared because the Teju was scared about the river, and Romy encouraged him and motivated to him, and they went together to get out of the from forest road, and they are now safe and tired also. And later, Romy realized, and Romy checked his pockets because he already took medicines from the doctor in herbal medicines. So he was important to give his father that herbal medicine. So he checked the medicines, but unfortunately the medicine was totally wet and spoiled. And Romy was happy was one thing because in the Romy end of the like the Romy to joke since the bridge on a fire, so the school would be to open take some time. So that one thing the Romy is full of happiness, and Romy happy of that one thing because Romy did not like to go to school because Romy want to more vibe with his friends and to more spend with his friends to that holiday times. So the end of the line that Romy joked like Romy is so happy about Romy the bridge was on fire. So the bridge was on fire. So the school will not open soon. So that is the first line of the Romy and Wildfire also. And the second story is the four boys on a glacier. This is the different types of story. And these books have totally 140 pages and different subheadings and different characters also. First subheading is Romy and Wildfire. And that subheading inside the characters Ray, Teju, Romy, and small few friends also. And the second part of the story on four boys on a glacier. This story was like a trip story. Okay, on four boys went to a trip four boys went to a trip on the mountains to see glacier in the mountains, and they are walking along with the hills, forests, and along to water. On the way they met one small village boy. They named Vishnu. Vishnu also joined to him and helped to him and helped carry with things. At night, the four boys stayed forest house, the watchman house, and the watchman tell about the story, the white glacier of the woman, and the four boys don't believe fully him because of his story, and he is the old age, and how the four boys are believe to him. They are thinking about that. And next day morning, the four boys woke up and starting to walk to the mountains, and they finally climbed the higher mountains of the higher mountains, and after the long walk, they saw the white glacier. White glacier is like shining into the sun, and its light was very good, and it was pure white, and it was like shining like a sun. So now the four boys are believed that story, and the four boys enjoyed that moment, and later they backed down and they went to the bath, and finally they go back to the home with beautiful memories. And Vishnu was going to them, but his parents wouldn't allow to him. And Vishnu was so miss the friends, and the four boys also miss the Vishnu too. And this story is about the full of first section of the Romy and Wildfire, second section of the four boys on glacier. They see glacier and they happy and they back to return to the home. And third story is the Ranji's wonderful battle. The Ranji is first one is Wildfire and Romy and Wildfire, and second is four boys on glacier, and third is the Ranji's wonderful battle. in this story about Ranji and how to the Ranji scored the cricket match. So let's start the next story, Ranji's and wonderful battle. Ranji is the youngest schoolboy to his school cricket team, and he was a good player also, but he has some problem. He has a low confidence of himself, so that's why he lost his match, and many of important matches he was get low score and failed up. One day the Ranji played the cricket badly, and the Ranji felt very sad also. And on way home, the Ranji meet Mr. Kumar. There is another character also, Mr. Kumar. Kumar is a kind man and a sports shop owner also. And Kumar gave to him the golden lucky bat and told to him, this is the lucky bat. If we play with this bat, you will definitely win. And the Ranji also believed his word. And Ranji went to the cricket team and play well and got some good score, and full of team win the match. The reasons of Ranji. Ranji's side, Ranji's wonderful lucky bat also. And another day match, Ranji lost his lucky bat because he lost his wonderful bat. He don't know where he put that wonderful bat, that lucky bat. And Ranji became sad. And Ranji going to meet the Mr. Kumar. And the Kumar told him the truth. The bat is not a lucky bat. This is a Ranji. This is your practice and your confidence also. After Ranji realized the success come is not from a lucky bat. It's come from confidence. The moral of this story: believe in yourself, and confidence makes you strong. And tell me, have a peaceful day.